My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? I made plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Jealousy cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller. Control.
Got my matcha in here.
I'm a matcha nigga now, man. I like this shit. It's cooler, it's smoother, it's matcha, nigga.
Beautiful day. Love the Starbucks. Real chill vibes. I mean, that's a place for me to get away, put my mind together. So I wanted to do a quick video today, just in regards to running Facebook and Instagram ads. What I do for Instagram ads or how I run ads is pretty simple. I'll transition this into kind of like a more demo inspired video, but it's pretty simple. I'll show you the step-by-step on how I get some of these ads going, and something that you can do too if you have a clothing brand and you have content that you would like to push ads with on Instagram. Obviously Instagram is kind of like a lookbook for your brand. It's the first stop that customers probably go to. So if they go to your website, they're probably going to go to your Instagram to make sure you're legit. So yeah, I'll show you all exactly how to run ads through Instagram and how easy it is. So, but yeah, check back in. We'll get right to it. So what's good, everybody? It's David. I am back. As I was saying at Starbucks, I'm not sure if you were able to hear me. My audio is kind of crazy, man. I wanted to make a video, a quick, simple video on how to run Facebook and Instagram ads, specifically Instagram ads. Me personally, I do not run ads on Facebook. I just find the majority of my customers, my base, comes usually from Instagram. As you know, Instagram, like I said, is a lookbook for your products, man, your brand. So it would be best, in my opinion, for you to run ads on Instagram. Again, I'm no expert. So I'm just telling you all what I wish I was told back in the day when I first started. So I'm just telling you what works for me. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how I run the ad, kind of what settings to go through. And I'll show you a successful ad that I ran for one of my drops. Coincidentally, that drop was the Seattle Supersonics drop earlier in the year. And yeah, man, I know I put a lot of time and effort into that. So it's kind of cool how it comes back around. I know I made a video on it on this channel. So yeah, man, I'm kind of diving into the ads and the spend and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. I promise I have some good numbers for you all, some legit numbers that you can take with you and you should be able to test on your drops. And yeah, man, if anything, this is how I started getting a lot of followers to my page. Moving forward, hopefully you can get the same. And yeah, we'll get right to it, man. All right, guys, so as you can see, this is the dashboard. This is Ads Manager for Facebook. Yeah, let me just, if you go on Google and you type in Meta Business Suite, you get Meta for Business. So click on that, formerly Facebook for Business. Here is your dashboard. These are comments, messages in there. So you can add people to a team. So if you have a social media team, I'm sure you can add them to this. Here's our followers. Like I said, I do not do Facebook really. So we have a Facebook, but that's for it to manage ads. So that's why you see that number. That's why you see that number. So let's get to the ads portion. Go over here, go to Ads Manager, Account Overview. And again, this is not correct. This is another portfolio, and we will go into Shop Rent Freeze ads. So I'm showing you all this. I'm kind of giving you the behind the scenes like I said I would. Amount spent in the last 7 days, $85, 100 points. So that's basically just doing like Facebook's recommendations. Yeah, so as a result of $85 in ads, it's 0.15 per Instagram profile view. So I'm per 15 cents that I'm spending, I'm getting a Facebook. I mean, a Facebook. I'm getting an Instagram visitor. So, yeah, 554 in the past 7 days, and that's only just ads. So that's not the organic people that are visiting, strictly just ads. And of course, if you come down here, it's Facebook is always trying to get you to spend some money on ads or boost a post or whatever. So they're trying to get me to boost a reel that I currently have running. I don't think that reel did very well in comparison to some of my other reels. So it's trying to get me to just run an ad. So we're not going to do that right now. We will go to how I set up my campaigns. There's a lot in here right now. Let's ignore those. So you want to come here and go to create. What I do, and again, I didn't even go over all this. So you want to go on this page on a computer. It's easier to navigate, easier to kind of figure out. So when you come in here, I think you can do it on a phone, but trust me, don't do it. So what I do is traffic. So traffic is going to get the most amount of people with eyes to your website, your app, or your Instagram profile, or your Facebook profile. So as you see right here, it's good for link clicks, landing page views, Instagram profile visits, the good stuff. So click on that, choose a campaign setup. I do not like to go through, I don't do recommended settings. I go to manual traffic campaign. It's kind of the old school way. Let's just go test. That's just the name for yourself. Nobody else can really see it. You can leave it exactly how it was. Special ad categories, you don't want to click on that. See, it's like financial, employment, housing. No, we're not doing any of that. We're selling clothes. Ad plus campaign budget. I haven't found really good results, even though Instagram pushes us a lot or Meta pushes us a lot. I usually skip that. Let's go next. And this is where you go for an ad setup. And you can either drive customers. So when they see this ad, you can drive them to your website or you can drive them to your Instagram or Facebook. I usually click Instagram or Facebook. I tried the website. I didn't really like the results. So here, and then as you see on here, it's keeping up. So your audience is very broad. So we'll get to that. Here, this is your Facebook page. Like I said, I needed a Facebook page in order to run ads for my Instagram. So I do not click on Facebook. So I never click on Facebook. If you have a social media manager or somebody tells you different, that's better at this than me, cool. Click on Facebook. I just don't do it. I do Instagram profile. So that means when they see your ad on Instagram and they click on the ad, they'll just go to your Instagram profile. Cool. Your daily budget. So this is where it kind of gets a little, if you don't have enough money or if you don't have a whole lot of money, I will say the sweet spot that I've done before is usually $15 to $20 a day for that budget. Make sure you have the cash. You don't have to pay for it up front. Your Facebook should have a threshold. There is a setting where you can change the threshold. Say, I want to run $20 for 10 days. On that 10th day, it'll be $200. If your threshold is $200, they'll charge you on that 10th day. So just make sure by that 10th day you have $200 to pay. Or hey, say if you just want to test it, go $5 a day. And just say F it. So we'll stick with 20. Good Lord. It's messing with me right now. So your max daily spend is 35 and your maximum weekly spend. So you can change it actually. You can also change it to lifetime budget. So however you want to do it, you can do it that way. I usually do daily and I'll stick between $15 and $20. Start date, what time is it right now? Yeah, so today, 6:05. You can set an end date or you can set it to keep rolling. It'll just keep charging you at that threshold. So if you have it for 10 days, like with $200 threshold, like I said, it'll charge you on that $200. All right, budget scheduling, increase your budget. So this, I think Instagram does this by itself sometimes, but I don't usually click this. It may be smart if you do your due diligence and you are strategic about when your posts are getting the most views, and you say, hey, everybody's on Instagram around 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at night or in the afternoon. You could then schedule it to hit around that time the most. So it will deliver your ads 7 to 10 p.m. more than it would just deliver throughout the whole day. It's pretty smart. I haven't done it. I haven't done a deep dive into what are the best times, but if you do, you probably should do that. So here's where it gets kind of cool. Your audience controls. So this is the locations that you want to focus on for this ad. For instance, I had a Coach Popovich shirt that dropped, and I just ran ads all through San Antonio. And that was pretty cool because you can come in here. You want to put the minimum age at 18. And let's say, sorry, here you go. So that, yeah, here we go. Sorry, location. So you can do San Antonio, Texas. It'll come up, and then it lets you, reach more people likely to respond to your ads. And you can actually do as far out as you want. As you see the circle, it reaches all the way to San Marcos, to Hondo, to... So it's up to you. If you want to run it, just in the city, you can run it even further down, which would narrow it to the city. Maybe you want to run it like that. I want to change this back to United States. And if you needed to, you can exclude these custom editions. You probably shouldn't or don't need to do that. I don't do that. And here's a very important part as well. Advantage plus audience. That's basically letting Meta choose your audience, who they think it will be, who they think will most likely click on your ad. In essence, or in theory, it sounds nice. But again, when I've tested this, I haven't received great results. So I changed this to switch to original audience. Potential outcome up to 9. I get it. Sounds good, but we'll stick with use original audience. So this is where you come in here and you can create your own audience. So again, if I'm doing a Coach Popovich shirt and I want an audience that kind of likes the Spurs or is in San Antonio or just likes the NBA in general, like streetwear, I'm going to put all that in here. So you're going to add a demographic. See, already I'm getting relevance of Blake Griffin. I don't know why. That's kind of what it's giving me. But we can go in here and just put Spurs. Spurs fan page below 100 though. So it's interest. You have basketball, here's a sport, and you have San Antonio, here's basketball team. So you want to click both of those. You have to go back in here. Well, here's one right here. National Basketball Association, NBA Basketball League. Click on that. And as you see, it's putting these here as an interest for that detailed targeting. So let's do Spurs one more time because I'm not seeing it on there. San Antonio Spurs basketball team. Boom, another interest. So you can keep hitting specific targets or audience targets that you need that will be relevant to whatever you're selling. In here, usually when you've done this a couple times, what you want to do is you want to save that audience. So I have a few audiences saved already. I don't do it every time, obviously, but I had a Derrick Rose drop, so I did something specific for Derrick Rose. Luka Kyrie drop, NBA. NBA is usually what I go with right now. Is there a way I can show? I can't even show all of the specifics that I chose. I know it was a lot though. But yeah, so For some reason, that's still stuck on San Antonio. So yeah, guys, as you're going through this, you want to make sure you are fixing issues that you may see. I'm not sure why that's showing San Antonio. Let's edit that real quick. Ooh. Country, United States. Boom. Boom, boom. So yeah, here are the interests for NBA. I have Spurs, I have Atlanta, I have Chicago, I have, and these are, yeah. That's actually not a whole lot. I wonder if this is the same NBA one I've shown or I've created. If not, this is something I need to go back and change because this isn't nearly as much as I had in here before, but I'll update it. It's fine, I'll change it later. Yeah, you should be picking the right audiences for your ad. So next we have placements, and like I said, that's a very important part. Audience controls. You control the location. You control the detailed targeting to what you want your audience to see, and everything like that. So placements. This is something as well. As you see, it's already clicked. It's recommended. It's recommended. It's recommended. I get it. Don't do that. Let's go to manual placements. I do not use Facebook ads. I do not run ads on Facebook. Again, this is clicked on by default. Looks like Instagram is there. If you want to do it on Facebook, if you want to do the audience network, Messenger, Threads, all that, you can. But let's stick with Instagram. So as you see down here, you have Instagram, feed, profile feed, explore page, explore home, IG stories, all the good stuff on Instagram you want your customers to see you on. So you probably can go on Instagram right now and see a bunch of ads that you'll get whenever you're just clicking on stories. So you can go down here and even do it even further, just dwindle down even further, all devices, only when connected to Wi-Fi, no. So we're good there. So manual placements, Instagram, hit next. And again, your audience is very broad. So that's probably only now because of just going by some of the defaults. I could probably narrow it down even more, but for the sake of this video, we'll just keep it like that. So here is the specific ad. So as you see on each page at the top left, you have test for the first page, new traffic. The ad set was for where you wanted to create your audience and everything like that. And the traffic in the ad is where you can put your creative, your artwork, your video, wherever you need to do. So you have a few options here on ad setup. You can create your own, or you can use existing content. So if you have an Instagram page and you already post content there, you can come in here and use existing content to just run that post up even more. So in all transparency, this is why you probably see a lot of posts that get 500 likes, 1,000 likes, some crazy amount of likes. And I don't care. You can be the biggest account. You could be a small account. If that account has a bunch of likes, it's more than likely because they've ran that post up and used it as an ad. Because anytime you use a post that you've already used down here as an ad, those likes for that post will be on the post on the page. That makes sense. So if people that don't even follow you are liking it because it's an ad, you'll get credit for that like. It'll show up on your page. So I said that's the sauce that kind of works a little bit. So as you see on here, you can choose your creative and then just select content. Here you'll see, like I said, this story has no text, so you can choose stories. Let's go in here and choose a post. Boom, this post, let's go with this Indiana Pacers collection post. Let's look at the details. This is what the ad looks like, and this is how they'll see the ad on their feed. So this is actually a real world example. So it's already showing you kind of the results of this ad that I've been running. I've been running it for 2 days or 3 days, I think. So yeah, 13,000 views, 9.1K reach, 551 interactions. It's been going up, man. I mean, it's still going up. So this is very clean. This is one of the reasons I run ads, or I run my mock-ups on just blank white background, because it just looks clean. You see the design, it's right in front of you. This is really a really nice design. And you get to kind of just see it for yourself. If you sit here and view post on Facebook, boom, there it goes. We're sitting at 380 likes right now. Pretty good. 4 days ago, it's pretty good. All right, so let's use that. Let's run it for another ad. Let's just do it. We can do an ad on top of an ad and just double up. You'll get the previews here, advanced previews. Let's take a look into seeing what it would look like. So make sure whatever post you are running as an ad, make sure that post is the right dimensions for the ad. As you see, I'm not sure if they will come out like this, but judging by what we're seeing in these previews, you see how the shirt is cut off in a lot of them. I have not seen that for myself, so maybe it's just a glitch with Meta ads. But yeah, just make sure you're running the post in the right dimensions for it to get, so you can appear. Yeah, so just make sure that next time you look at it. But that's how you pick your content. You can also come in here and say, hey, let's create an ad right here, and just choose either 2 or more, or one single photo. So I could just drop that photo in there. It won't go toward, my thing with that, it's fine, but it won't go towards your post. And again, people buy what they see other people like. So if there's 300 to 500 likes on a post with your product on it, people will be more inclined to like that or want to buy that themselves, or reshare it, do anything. So my thing that I've always told people, I've helped a few people do this already. For me, if I'm not getting sales off of that post, the least I could do is get a follower. So if they follow my Instagram page based on this post, I count that as a future sale, because eventually I'm going to drop something that they like, and they'll eventually buy from the brand, or they'll follow me along the journey of this brand, and they'll eventually buy in the future. So if people aren't just running and buying your product, but they're following your page or they're liking the post, you got to count that as a win too. So that is where you can create an ad. Like I said, I used existing content. I put it as a post that I already posted on there. That whatever message that was went away. And call to action. Beautiful. Visit Instagram profile. So whenever you see it, like you see right here, first thing they're going to click on is visit Instagram profile, and we're good to go from there. I don't mess with Advantage Plus creative enhancements. I don't do any website events. I probably should, but as you see, something's wrong with this pixel connected to this Meta ad. That can get crazy, so I'm not dealing with that right now. But that's literally how I run most of my ads, and that's how I built this page up to around 20,000 followers. If you've made it this far, you can do this too. Create a good flat lay image. And I haven't even gone into the creatives you should be posting on your account. If you have lifestyle content, like a commercial that you made with your products on, those run as good ads. If you have a professional shoot with a model with your shirt on or your clothes on, with a white backdrop, just looks clean, that could be run as an ad. For me, my most successful ad that I've ran in the past year has been the Seattle Supersonics drop. That was a carousel ad of artwork and flat lays intermixed, and that hit the hardest. I don't know what about it made everybody like it, but that's what we're going to transition into next, because I showed you how to create it, but then I want to show you a successful one, and I also want to show you the numbers behind it, and yeah, we'll get to that right now. So as you see, you hit publish, boom, first ad created. So we'll get to the Supersonics drop and the most successful drop I've had, or the most successful ad campaign I've had the last year, and I'll show you exactly the numbers behind that. So, all right, guys. So back, like I said, I was gonna show you all an ad that I ran, a campaign that I ran that was pretty successful, at least from my standards, and how you could possibly achieve this too with these same numbers. So, like I said, it was the Seattle Supersonics that I dropped on the 17th of January, but I started running ads a week before. I ran ads on this specific post. So if you remember in the video I showed you at the beginning of the year, this was my creative. So with your creative post, obviously these are all just flat lays. This is literally digital images of my mock-ups. These aren't even the real life shirts. Mind you, I know my manufacturer, I know my printer. These shirts aren't going to differ from the final product. So I was cool with just dropping this and running it as an ad. That's usually how I drop most of my designs or my collections, shorts that came with it. As you see, you kind of, with carousel, there's a thing with carousels. It can actually stop you in your tracks and you find yourself clicking to see, oh, what's next. So this is a collection from the 96 Final Showdown to Seattle's Final Superstar, honoring the moments that define an era, dropping 117 at 12 p.m. or 12 p.m. Yeah, I don't even know if I had that right. I can't remember. That was weird. So yeah, this is a great creative. This is one of the best creatives I've made. And I was kind of toying and testing the system before this. So I don't think this is my first creative I've made like that. Actually, I know it isn't, because the first one I made was this one for the Olympics. And this went crazy as well. So like I said, those likes are going to look insane. But just think in the back of your head, oh, they were running this as an ad. So everybody that saw this as an ad that liked it is getting put on this post. So yeah, so that was an example. So I tested it before I even did it. I said, hey, I'm going to go with that carousel method. I'm going to put some artwork behind it. I'm going to make it very creative, and that's what I did. So to the numbers, I ran this ad a week before. So I'm going to show you from January 10th through the 31st. We'll just go with January. How much I spent in ads. I spent $440.19 in ads. I know that sounds crazy. I get it. I know that sounds insane. And you're like, I don't have $440 to spend in ads. Again, this is why I said, if you have a specific threshold, which I think mine is at 200, I get charged when I reach that 200. So I probably obviously got charged twice in this at the end of January for another 200. But I'm making money throughout this, so it's kind of, the shirts are kind of paying for the ad. So if you have a good ad that you're running and it's successful, the shirts will pay for the ad. At least you hope so, right? So my cost per result was insane. It was in the single digits, which you kind of hope for. And again, this is only me comparing myself to myself. I don't know what other brands are doing. For me, whenever I see single digits, I know that ad is doing really well. I know either I'm getting eyes or clicks or likes or follows. I just know from experience. Impressions through the 17th to the 31st. This impressions mean I guess that's pretty much how many eyes are on your product or on your ad. And here's a specific, here it goes. The number of times your ads were on screen. So anytime somebody sees your ad. This got delivered to 89,000 people, almost 90,000 people. So amazing, crazy, right? it's a good thing, but you know your ad is hitting when you have that profile visit cost per result. So the average cost per result for your ad, good lord. So I even go in depth and explain it a little bit for you all that might not really know exactly what it means. So it just indicates how cost efficiently you achieve the objectives you set in your ad campaign. You can use it to compare performance among different campaigns, and that's what I do. And it's basically calculated as an amount spent divided by the results. So the lower you get, so like I said, single digits, the better it is. The higher you get, the not so good that ad might be hitting. But what you do is you want to test and test results. So you want to keep testing what works and what doesn't work. So you kind of get your feel for, oh, this ad might be hitting. You know, you want to give it 2 or 3 days to kind of catch up. But by that 3rd or 4th day, you'll know if that ad really is doing its job or not. So yeah, again, keep it in mind, man. So we're on the reach. So reach, oh Lord. Reach is the number of accounts that saw the number of account center accounts that saw your ads at least once. So yeah, I guess what reach is, it's the amount of people that saw your ad that could possibly see it multiple times. I usually go by impressions. You probably should go by reach. But the results is people that visited my profile out of that 90,000 was 5,052. To me, that's good. Again, you want to look here. You want to look for that cost per result. Yeah, I know that might sound, some of y'all are probably like, man, 5,000 out of 90,000 people. Bear with me. That's a good thing, because if you had 5,000 people that either there's a percentage out of that probably followed you, that liked the post, that actually bought from you. If I could get 500 people out of that 5,000 to buy my product, do the math. Those are $50 shirts. Those are $40 shorts. That's a crazy amount of sales. And again, this is only, 15 days? So, but yeah, man. So basically, and I did the math for y'all. In that 2 weeks, so I dropped on the 17th. In that 2 weeks, I made $2,700 in sales from 47 orders. So that means my average order was about $57. And for every $1 spent on ads, I made $5.70 back. So a 5.7 times return on this ad. So guys, if you run ads correctly, if you put the right creative in front of your customers, get them to be intrigued, click on it, follow you, buy the product, all that is good. All that is amazing. So $2,700 from this drop, and that was just in January. That's pretty good for me. I know there's some accounts out there, some brands out there that kind of make that in a few minutes. I get it. Makes sense. Cool with them. We're talking about if you're a beginner, if you're just getting started in this stuff, and you want to run it up, man. So again, this is just stuff that I've done. This is within 2 weeks of running this ad and dropping this collection. And yeah, man, this is again real numbers that I'm giving you. So another thing that I want to make sure keep you all aware of also, and we're kind of done with the numbers. Like I said, I wanted to show you the most successful campaign I've had this year. Show you the most successful campaign I've had this year. So if we could go, and this probably takes a whole nother video, but the creative side of these ads is where you start to see those crazy numbers. So the carousels, they work for me. They work for the thing is, I probably could have doubled this number and everything else probably would have doubled given how good this ad was hitting. So, but again, focus on creative. So one of the main things you can do to get those numbers up there is probably not just drop a carousel or flat lays or mock-ups. Probably drop different types of creatives that you have. If it's a video where you're like a lifestyle video, which I kind of touched on earlier, where you're shooting a creative commercial that gets your customers involved, that gets your audience involved and intrigued about the drop. If it's professional photos that you're showing details of the specific piece that you're dropping, all of that would go in a whole separate video, because I've stuck to one thing, whether good or bad. It's working for me, and this is what I'm looking forward to and changing this year. But I've stuck to one thing, and that's been working so far. But if you all have the time and have the resources to get out there and shoot your own videos or shoot reels, those reels are going to get you a lot more views faster than probably these posts would. So that's something I'll leave y'all with. Like I said, it would take a whole nother video to go over all that. So I think the Instagram algorithm is ever changing. I know reels are the thing right now. I know they're very important, regardless of what you're doing. Putting your face out there, if you're a brand owner, putting your face out there and introducing your product to your audience is a good thing as well. I've heard that a few times as I've created reels or videos with my face in it. I'm talking to the audience. It gives people a way to connect to you better. It lets them, people don't buy products. They don't just buy to buy. I mean, some do, but the majority of them buy because they like you. The majority of them buy because they have a connection with you. They're able to see you, almost feel like they're on this journey with you. So putting yourself in front of these people, and that, honestly, it took I don't want to say a learning curve, but it took me getting out of my comfort zone. I've always been behind the camera kind of guy. I've always been, the introvert. I'm rather, a numbers guy, or I'd like to do the artwork, or I'd rather be doing the graphic design. But putting myself in front of the camera and having a connection with you all has gotten me to different places I never thought I would with this whole thing. It's kind of elevated me just a little bit as well. And I think, if you're stuck in a rut or don't know what to do to get more, traction and or views, putting yourself in front of the camera and creating plans or strategically creating videos around what your audience needs or is looking for would probably be your best bet in kind of breaking that next goal and just going through that even more and selling out. So yeah, guys, this is the video. Like I said, I wanted to just be a quick video to show y'all exactly how I run my Meta ads, how I run my Instagram ads. If you need help, please leave a comment. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I can definitely show you how I did it, how I'm still doing it. And I said, there's more to come from me as well. We can all get better in this space. I've tried to touch TikTok ads in the past. It was kind of strange and it took a lot of money up front. But I think that was very early on for TikTok, and I think they're better at it now. I just have yet to go back that route and, try their ad system again. But in the future, I will. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all if y'all made it this far. Check in with me, tap in, like this video. Like I said, I gave y'all real numbers, real examples. I showed y'all my whole Meta ads business page. And yeah, I'm glad y'all are here, and I'm glad y'all are watching this with me. And more in the future, guys. Till next time. Peace.